Hi guys, Cramel here for House of Cramel, and it is February. We are fresh off the Super Bowl, so now everyone has time to think about, why is my camera crooked? I don't know if that's better, but everyone now has free time to think about the next holiday, Valentine's Day. But some of us don't have Valentine's. I have a forever Valentine. I have a great husband. His name is Charles. But I want to help those of you that don't have a man get a man. So this video is all about find and get a good man. So if a man is sitting in a room with you right now, ask him to kindly leave, because this is for you, sis. These tips are for you. We don't want to reveal our secrets. We don't want them knowing everything that we got going. We're not going to give them the playbook like Steve Harvey did. So I'm going to give you a second to ask him. Yeah, no, for real. Ask him to go. Yeah. All right. So are you ready? I'm so serious, guys. I wrote this stuff down. I put a lot of thought into this, but most of this is, all of it really is based on my life experiences. I have made enough mistakes for many people. Let's get right into it. Tip number 1. This should be self-explanatory, but it's not to many people. You must love yourself. That's right. It's pretty much, loving yourself is pretty much the prerequisite to having any healthy relationship. So this doesn't just apply to having a relationship with a man or a woman, a significant other, or having a great marriage. It even applies to yourself. You must have a healthy relationship with yourself. You need to take time, invest the time. Yes, it's an investment in figuring out, do you really love yourself? What does loving yourself look like? What should it look like? Do you have a healthy relationship with yourself? Some people can answer this question easily, and some people honestly can't. And you really need to take the time to invest yourself. Also, as far as it pertains to today's topic, I don't think you can truly have a healthy relationship or expect for someone else to love you without you loving yourself. How do you even know what it looks like? You're less likely to entertain a lot of BS in a relationship if you have a healthy self-love relationship with yourself. If you love yourself, you're less likely to accept anything that either doesn't equal or surpass the love that you have for yourself. So it's really important to first start, step 1, love yourself before you think about getting in a relationship with anyone else. We don't want to waste anybody's time, sis, including yours and theirs. Tip number 2 is define what a good man is. Some people don't even know what they're looking for. They have no idea what a good man is. You don't go through life without some type of plan in most instances. So why should you approach a serious relationship in the same regard? So write it down. Be specific, not superficial. It's okay to look on the outside. That stuff comes to you easily. It's almost natural. Your attraction is a very natural thing. So I wouldn't spend too much time writing down, I want a man that's 6'2", tall, chocolate. I'm just throwing stuff out there, but I wouldn't waste too much time putting that down. Your body and you already know that part. You need to focus on the inside. What do you want from a man emotionally? What do you want them to pour into you? What can you pour into them? What does a good man look like? What does he do for you? What does he do for your family? Does he want kids? Does he not want kids? Do you want him to support your career? Do you want him to encourage you? These are things that you need to consider. Write it down, think about it. It's way more important than Tip number 3 is, and this is something that I did for myself, pray a sincere prayer. Everybody talks about, oh, I need to hear Sierra's prayer. I need that. I need to do this. No, Sierra prayed to God and she told him what was in her heart. This is something that you can easily do for yourself. Following the direction that God gives you, that is another matter, and that is something that's another video for another time. But listen to this first. Pray a sincere prayer. You made that list. You love yourself. Now tell God what it is that's on your heart. Tell him what it is that you want, and then listen to him. Communication is the key to many, many great relationships, and that does not exclude your relationship with God. It is a two-way street. You don't just talk to God. You also need to listen to him. If you can't hear, you need to be still and figure out how he's talking to you. It's not going to always be a voice. It's not going to always, it could be through anything. It could be a word, it could be a Bible verse, it could be through another person that confirms these things for you. And in some way, and you will know when it happens, he will reveal to you the answer of what you need to know, what you need to do. And if what you want is even what you really need, I will tell you from my own personal experience, what God has and wants for you is far better than what you think you want for yourself sometimes. Sometimes God will be like, go right. And you like, God, that don't look that good. I'm going to go left though, because this looks better. And then you be like, God, I should have listened to you. Why did I do that? I'm going to listen to you next time. Then you don't listen to him, sis. So I'm telling you right now, listen to God. All right, I'm going to move on because I'm getting preachy right now. Tip number 4 directly relates to what I just said. Once you pray that sincere prayer and you get a word, don't try to then do God's work. Even if you haven't heard anything, I strongly recommend you not go and try to do God's work. Don't try to force things. Don't try to make people things that they are not. Don't try to create relationships where there aren't. And also, if you love yourself and yourself is telling you, sis, this isn't self-love, this isn't feeding us, this isn't serving us, you need to run and walk away. And you need to then refocus and figure out what God is telling you, because it won't feel like that. You'll always know on the inside whether something is right or wrong. So don't try to do God's work. In the meantime, while you're, just kind of, if you are waiting on God to speak to you, or if you're just kind of waiting for Mr. Right or a good man to show up, what you know that to look like, you need to busy yourself. Go out, have fun, date wisely. I didn't say you couldn't date. I didn't say you shouldn't date. I absolutely feel like you should. How else you feel like you're going to find that man, sis? But date wisely. Go have fun with your friends. Go do stuff you enjoy. Don't just sit around and wait. Do things that make you happy. What you're doing, living your life, being happy, being yourself are some of the prime opportunities for you to meet your mate, doing things that you love or going places that you love to go. The likelihood that you're going to meet somebody that you align with are higher. So I encourage you to don't try to do God's work. At the end of the day, just don't do it. It's not going to help you. It's just going to prolong your process. So yeah. And my last tip, be intentional. You need to be intentional about where you place your attention. Time, we don't get time back, so you don't need to waste your time. You need to be intentional about the actions you decide to take in this journey to find a good man. And one classic example, you're out on a date, you are with this guy, you go out on a couple dates with him, you're not really feeling him. He has now become a space filler, but you want a companion, so you spending time with him anyway. And now you are just spending time with, somehow you fallen into a situationship with this guy that you weren't even sure you really wanted to be with, but somehow you got tripped up and bamboozled into a whole situation. Now you've taken time away from being on the journey to find who is really meant for you. And homeboy is confusing you because sometimes he makes you happy. Sometimes he does really nice things for you. The other half of the time, you're questioning if he is the right man, if he is doing the right things, if this is who God wants you to be with. Sis, it will not be a question. And you need to get up out of there and stop wasting your time asking so many questions if it has not been confirmed. Leave. You'll know when you know. All right. So those are my 5 tips on finding a man, a good man, that is. If you still here for the streets, this was not for you. If you still just kind of playing around and you're not ready to really get serious, just bookmark this and watch this later from when you're ready to really get serious and find who God has for you. I am Cramel of House of Cramel. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell on the video so you know the next time I upload a video. I have so much more in store. Thank you for listening. Bye.